Jeff Bowers, and I'm the president and CEO of Waterford Aviation. Waterford Aviation was started back in 1976, and I came on board back in 2003 just as a technician right out of college, and slowly worked my way up through the company. The company was mostly based on maintaining a flight school and a Part 145 charter operation. Since 08, it branched out into all kinds of other maintenance, outside maintenance. In 2014, I had the opportunity to purchase the business from the previous owner. And so that was one of those steps where you go, well, he came to me one day and said, hey, do you want to buy, I'm retiring, do you want to buy the business? And I said, sure, why not? And so one of those natural progressions. So I've owned the company now for, 9 years now. We focus solely on piston aircraft and turboprop aircraft. I would say probably piston aircraft is 90% of our business right now. We have a great market here at the Pontiac Oakland County Airport in Michigan, and we have the ability to do lots of piston maintenance. We're also a Cirrus certified service center, actually a platinum service center for Cirrus, a diamond service center, and an icon service center. So again, that's kind of a little bit about our company and what we do. Very busy. We have a lot of aircraft in the hangar all the time, and a great team of 9 technicians. So we've got a great diverse group of guys and women actually in our team. Guys, we actually have ranging from 19-year-old intern all the way up to, actually, I'm the oldest one here. So, but a great group of guys. We're all A&P mechanics. We've got 4 IAs on staff. 4 of us are IAs. Every one of us have been to Cirrus aircraft for factory training. Got a couple guys who've been to Diamond and Icon. I think we started with EBIS back in 2013. And that was, or 2014, somewhere in there. I don't remember exactly where, but that was a big jump for us. So the previous owner of the company was not exactly tech savvy. He didn't care for technology a whole lot. I mean, he'd sit down at a computer if he had to, but that was not his thing. He didn't really like that. Whereas I was very much looking to see, where can we improve our shop operations? At the time, I was the director of maintenance. How can we make our shop run more efficiently? Everything was on pen and paper. And it was just mounds of paperwork. And we were just doing things redundantly. I'd write things out on a squawk list. The guys would write their things down, and I'd take it, I'd type it into QuickBooks or type it into whatever, then into a logbook entry. And I'm sitting there kind of thinking through our operations one day. I thought, man, we spend a lot of time duplicating the same things over and over again, and wasting a lot of time. So I started researching various programs. One of them was Corridor. That was one of the ones that we looked into. I looked at a couple of other ones. About 10 years ago, there weren't a ton of options that would really fit. Actually, there were pretty much no options other than EBIS that would fit for our size of operation. And the amount of money that I could get the owner to pay for, it had to be within a small budget to where he was like, okay, I'll we can do that. Because at the time I didn't own the business yet. But after we did the tutorial with EBIS, it seemed like a great fit for us, to be able to get everything that used to be on paper onto a computer system. And it was a big jump for us. Trying to move to that something completely unknown, not knowing how it was going to work, how it was going to look, trying to get all the technicians to, technicians aren't always tech savvy. So trying to get them to use computers and do it the way that they're supposed to and clock in and out of jobs. There's a lot of things to that, I'm sure you know. But once we got our feet, once we got, kind of that under our feet and got going with EBIS 3.2, it's been phenomenal ever since. I mean, the amount of time that it has saved us and just increasing our overall efficiency in so many ways, standardizing so many things has been incredible. So we've definitely been one of those very happy 3.2 users for years. Everybody's comfortable with 3.2. Why do we need to move on? once you really started looking at what 5.0 offers and what it does, it's so much more than 3.2 ever was. 3.2 had so much usability, so many features, but 5.0, by going to cloud-based, number one, that's a huge thing for us. What I had to do to be able to like work from home, and actually I should probably preface this too, we service a large flight school here in our area, and they operate out of different airports. So we actually have mini satellite shops in 3 other airports locally. And so what we've had to do to get access to 3.2 was have a VPN, a server, those kinds of things to operate our shop. It worked. It was really slow, but it worked. Many times it would crash, you're waiting for it to load, data to transfer, it takes forever. The great thing about 5.0 with the cloud is that you don't need to have a VPN or a server to run EBIS. All you have to do is have internet connection. That's all you have to have. So now the guys can be mobile. Number one, it helps our mobile operation a ton. These satellite shops, it makes it so much smoother operation to be able to do those by having just everything be cloud-based. Pull it up on a tablet, pull it up on your laptop, hotspot to your phone, whatever you need to do. Even if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection, you can hotspot, and it works just fine. So that was a huge improvement for us. That was a great usability increase. But on top of that, 5.0, when you really start drilling down to the features that you guys have built into it, the user interface, everybody has to understand that, yes, it's totally different than 3.2. And I told my guys as we were training, don't compare. You can't compare the two, because then you get in your mind, well, I used to do it like this in 3.2, and now I do it like, how do I do it in 5.0? No, you just can't do that. Come at it from a fresh perspective. And with that fresh perspective, you realize how intuitive all the interface is and how you guys have designed it to make it easy for the technician to see all the information you need to go through your daily workflow fairly seamlessly and fairly easily. And then on top of that, you've built a bunch of new things into 5.0 that increase the usability as far as features go. Is that EBIS is just a fantastic platform. It works great for our size operation, which is not a small operation, but it's also not a big operation. But the cool thing about EBIS is that you can scale it to as big or as small as you need it to be. And that when you compare EBIS 5.0 to the other competitors, Quantum MX or Corridor, whatever it is, it's clear that EBIS is a front runner in that. When you look at how it interfaces with the technicians, how it interfaces with the customers, and all the tools that you can use as the admin back behind that, it really outperforms everything else for the money that you pay. Obviously everyone looks at the final bill and says, "Oh my gosh, it costs whatever thousands of dollars." But you got to look at that and say, "Well, how is it helping my company succeed?" And when you look at the cost of EBIS versus what you get, that right there tells you the whole story. Haven't started using yet that we're going to are using like in the purchase order systems. We've really started to use the compliance tracking in EBIS. That's been fantastic to be able to forecast and tell our customers, hey, these things are coming up due. It really helps us get away from Excel spreadsheets and all those things and put it all into one program. I think that's another thing that EBIS has done well, is that they've taken the need for other programs out of the equation. Now you can do just about everything, almost, I would say 99% of what you have to do to run your shop into one program, rather than multiple programs to try to supplement what it doesn't do, because it does everything.